Yes, I noticed a lot that in my work when I wouldn't really give reactions to my characters, meaning like I wouldn't show their reaction on camera. I didn't really think about my characters, if that makes any sense. Like I would storyboard and something would happen, and then I wouldn't give the character reaction. Yeah, like I really noticed. Oh man, I'm missing a lot. I got a lot to learn.
Hi everyone, I'm back again with another student testimonial. Today we're going to talk to a student who took my 10-week storyboarding mentorship. Uh, Vanessa, could you just, quickly introduce yourself to everyone and tell them where you're from, what kind of artist you are, etc., etc.
Yeah, of course. Hi everyone. My name is Vanessa Lozano. I'm born in California. I'm an inspiring feature storyboard artist, and yeah, I took Raj's mentorship. It was
Awesome,
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
So the first question I want to ask you, and it's a question that I ask almost every student.
Mhm.
There are so many options for learning storyboarding and getting the
Yeah.
knowledge that you need out on the internet right now.
Mhm.
Why did you decide to take this particular mentorship instead of taking any other class or mentorship?
Mhm. Yeah. That was like a pretty easy, like a pretty easy like pick for me because when I was looking, I really liked the one-on-one that we would be having. And the weekly meetings, which was amazing. Like I would get critiqued on my work every week, and then I would improve on that, and I like that. And then I would see like with other mentorships, it would just be like through email, and that's basically about it. Not all of them really had like the Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really appreciated that, and I also when looking into it, I wanted someone in feature, and then I know that you're in Netflix, so it was like, okay, well, I want to learn that.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty easy pick. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Mhm.
All right. So the next question is the mentorship. We were able to work on two sequences.
Yes.
One being a totally original sequence, and one being a sequence based on like a documentary video, right? If you had to
Mhm.
describe the processes of developing those sequences, how would you describe that process to people who might be interested in the mentorship?
Well, I guess well, for the video, right? We started picking one. Then from the video, we created a story because it was just a short clip, so there's no story there. And then from there, we'll be doing thumbnails, kind of figuring out the cameras, and then from there we'll do on like rough storyboards, and then just improving on each storyboard by each week, getting critiqued and improving. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And which sequence did you enjoy the most? Your original story or the video one?
Original.
For me personally, there's something about the
Yeah.
one you did with the horses that was really unique, and I don't know if it's because you had a passion for horses that it
Yeah, I
came
think
out so good. But
so.
I really like that one. And normally, um, usually, the students I taught before, I tend to like the second sequence. But I don't
Mhm.
know if it's because you had like a real passion for horses. But that's just me. Which one did you like the most?
Yeah, it's funny. Me too. I actually like the first one,
Yeah.
which would be my horse one. Um, I don't know if it was a passion for it's probably the passion for horses. Like the kind of a horse girl. But yeah, the second one was fun also. I found it more challenging. I was moving the camera a lot more.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I would say the first one too for
Yeah.
me.
Because the
Yeah.
second one you had to come up with it from scratch, right? So it
Yes.
definitely is much harder than the first one where there was a foundation and then you just had to make it cinematic. Whereas the second one is just, I told you to just go blank
Hmm.
slate, no help, just come up with something from scratch and we'll see where it goes, right? So
Yeah.
obviously it wouldn't be like, the most perfect thing ever, right?
Yeah.
So the mentorship was broken up into um, two segments. We had like the presentation segment where I taught you the theory of filmmaking and storyboarding, and then we had the story
Hmm.
development part where we worked on your sequence. Is there anything in any section of the mentorship where you learned things that you never learned before and that you're actually applying now, working on your new sequences in the future?
Um, yes, I noticed a lot that in my work when I wouldn't really give reactions to my characters, meaning like I wouldn't show their reaction on camera. I didn't really think about my characters, if that makes any sense. Like I would storyboard and something would happen, and then I wouldn't give the character reaction. Yeah, like I really noticed. Oh man, I'm missing a lot. I got a lot to learn. Um, Also, my drawings. So okay, I have to loosen up. Um, I don't know. A lot of vocabulary too. The vocabulary is great. I didn't know a lot of like the words that you guys use. Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool.
Hmm.
Um, so to kind of piggyback on that answer, and
Yes.
everyone's kind of different, right? What would you say was the most valuable part of the mentorship for you personally?
Hmm. Um, Getting my work critiqued every week. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that because when you just work solo, you're like, okay, I did my best, and then you look back at it and you're like, okay, I think it's good. Yeah, it's good. And then, but then you have eyes looking at it. Like, for example, you would look at my work and like, no, this and this and this. I'm like, oh right, yes, I see it. And then when I would get stuck, I'd get so frustrated. But then you would be there to like help, which
Yeah,
was great for me. Would be the critiques,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
And one of the reasons why I personally prefer to do one on one because for those of you who don't know, I've taught classes with like maybe 15 to 20 students, and I've also
Mm-hmm.
done one on one. And with the classes, it's like I only have 10 minutes, maybe even less with each student, and I
Yeah.
can't cover everything. And I've taught Vanessa in a classroom setting as
Mm-hmm.
well, and it's very different because there I had to like hurry. It's like 10 minutes, but here we had like maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, just
Yeah.
doing drovers, talking about why this shot is better, why you should do it like this, and it's a lot more relaxed. You could ask more questions. We can have this long format type conversation where
Mm-hmm.
where I explain things more in depth to you and for me it's a better learning environment
Mm-hmm.
than let's say if you're just like in a class with like 20 people and the lecturer just has to scratch the surface on the things that you need to improve. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. If I could add to that, I totally agree because having you as a teacher in a bigger class, it would only be like 10 minutes and not as deep the critique. And then now, having you as the mentor in the mentorship, yeah, it was a lot better. I prefer that type of learning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the thing about the mentorship, it's and I always tell people this on my social media. It's one of the best ways of actually networking, because you actually get time to get to know the mentor or the professional as like a human being, you know,
Yeah.
and you get to talk to them, and you know you build your network like this because if you do good work or if you show them that you're growing and you're learning, you become a part of their network. And I tell students, and I think I told you this when we were having like one of our long conversations,
Mm-hmm.
that it's a much better form of networking than, let's say, going to Lightbox or CTN or Comic
Yeah.
Con and just, randomly surprising one of your favorite artists and asking them, oh, like, yeah, look at my
Yeah.
work, blah, 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 and, giving them their card and stuff like that. Uh, like most of the times, that form of networking isn't going to get you. like anywhere, because the person doesn't know you, you're a complete stranger, you're bombarding them with questions and stuff like that, and they're gonna meet like 1,000 people a day, and they're just not gonna remember you, right? So yeah, that's just another benefit of the mentorship, right? So the last question I want to ask you, Vanessa, is since you've taken the mentorship and you have a better idea of like what I teach, and what would you or who would you recommend this mentorship to? Like what skill level? Like, who would you think this mentorship would best serve?
Yeah. I would say you would need to have figure drawing, like gesture drawing and environmental drawing, just like the basic perspectives and the basic gestures, because when you don't know how to draw, it slows you down, and that was me sometimes. Like oh man, I just can't figure out this pose. It would slow you down a little bit. I feel like also you don't have to be a master, you don't have to be a pro, but I feel like you have to dedicate yourself. You really have to want it and really have to put in the time and the work. And as long as you dedicate yourself, I feel like if you do that, then yeah, you can do it.
Awesome. All right. And I don't know if you finished like updating your portfolio or anything, but is like where could people like go and see the work that you're doing now and your older work? Like what are all your social medias that people can find you at?
So my social media for my Instagram, it's Vanessa Stories. That would be on my Insta, and then I have my website. It is Vanessa Candoodle at .com. Yeah. Awesome. I could also give you the link just to make sure that it's all there.
Yeah, I'll put the link and tag your Instagram and stuff. So wherever you guys are watching this, LinkedIn or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever you're seeing is, I'll put like all of Vanessa's stuff there so you can go and look at the work that she did with me and the work that she's doing now, continuing her studies. But yeah, so Vanessa, thank you so much for sharing your experience with those who are watching now. If you all are interested in taking my mentorship and you're seeing this video as of September the 17th, there are spaces available. Just feel free to DM me and we could schedule a consultation call to talk about the mentorship to see if it's right for you, and we could start working together to produce some portfolio pieces for you, on your journey towards becoming a feature story artist. So Vanessa, thank you again, and keep in touch, and I look forward to seeing you continuing to develop your storyboarding skills. Nice. And you never know, we might work together on the same movie in the future very soon.
Nice. All right. Thanks, Vanessa. Thank you.